All right, for question 28. So it is an inequality. We can solve it by graphing or making a sign chart. So it's a quadratic, and what you can see is it gets something on the left and on the right. That's usually difficult to compare or to make any kind of conclusion. So what we would like to do is to put everything onto the same side, and then that would be a lot easier to handle. So we'll go ahead and subtract 4x and subtract the 8 on both sides so that we can have the right-hand side equal to 0. So we have 3x squared. And then we have minus 10x. And then we have minus 8 on the left. And then now the question is, what can we, is it okay, can we factor this? Is it possible that we can factor this so that we can make a nice quadratic graph? Okay, so that's the question, and the answer is that yes, we can factor this. So to get 3x squared, it's going to be 3x times x. Well, how do you get negative 8? Well, it could be 4 times 2. Either one of those two numbers could be negative. And now we need to also think about how on earth can we get minus 10x. So one possible way is to have negative 4 times 3, which is going to be negative 12x. When you do the first, when you do the outside of the FOIL, and then the inside would be plus 2 times x, which is plus 2x, and this would be your factored form of the quadratic. And as I said in the previous videos, I strongly recommend you to do graphing rather than a sign chart, because you need to know how to graph anyways, and graphing it's just a lot more straightforward. So you can tell the roots right here. The root is positive 4 because the factor is x minus 4. The other root would be negative 2/3, okay? Negative 2/3 right here, that's the other root. Minus 8 would be the y-intercept, not that we really care, but since the information is right there, then we would just say, why not? Actually, let's just not draw it automatically. Let me just go ahead and make this graph like this. And then we want the portion of the graph that's greater than 0. So to be greater than 0, let me go ahead and highlight the portion of the graph that's greater than 0. So this part is greater than 0. This part is greater than 0. So what are the solutions? What are the solutions that would make the inequality true? Then we say, well, we want basically y is no, y, I mean x is less than, just less than negative 2/3. X is greater than 4. But with interval notation, we will say from negative infinity to negative 2/3. Okay, union 4 comma infinity. Just a reminder, you would always write the smaller number first and then the big number. And we use parentheses in this case because neither of the negative 2/3 and the 4 would be included in this case, since they will only give you the function value of 0, and we do not want 0. We want something that's greater than 0.